From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from the Superdome. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now. Drill, 52. Check white. Stay.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Come on.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Saints at 4-5, a game under 500. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Ready?
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Mariota now. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Atwell now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And that's caught inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Ready?
They go play action. Mariota. And this is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready.
Here's Mariota. They'll get this out to Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Option left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Marcus Mariota. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Groupie able to add the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now you look at this Saints defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Herbert now. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Open man is Atwell, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Mariota going to change the play. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They run it again with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. quick throw out wide from Mariota. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Fury, yellow. Hut.
Now Mariota locates Kamara on the out route. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd
52
and
blaster.
goal.
Blaster, six. Hey, blue. Steel, black. Ready.
3rd and goal, Mariota. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. A point after, good by Groupie. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
6-yard line.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Now a timeout as they tend to the injured player, and not the man they would want to see. That's Chris Olave getting medical attention. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Mariota drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Got it? Travel. Yellow. Black ultra. Ready.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down. Remember, he needed 4 yards. And 4 yards is going to be what he gets as they do convert here on 4th down. To the air again, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. On the ball. On the ball. Quick gap. Yellow.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Blue striker. Blue.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Mariota now on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Mariota going to change the play. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. To throw Mariota. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
2nd down, Mariota. Into the hands of Perry, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Mariota. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 19. From the red zone now, Mariota on target over the middle of the hill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll throw again. Mariota. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now an audible here into something else. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here we go.
Now receiver in motion left.
Ready?
Again, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Groupie able to add the PAT. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover.
Oh, every Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. There's the stiff arm. And he works free. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 5.
Striker, 3, claws red.
Mariota to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mariota. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The man in motion left here, Johnson. 4th down, Mariota. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me,
on Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Across midfield. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And they're going to speed things up here. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Herbert now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 28 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So here's a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this, Marcus Mariota, nobody's going to catch him. He's to the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marcus Mariota, 94 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. Mariota will look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Drill 52.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Mariota now from the 50. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Saints have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up.
First down, Chargers.
Ram. 21.
Herbert on first down now. Flushed out right. Herbert has it knocked free. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mariota going to run the option right. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. The tight end in motion right. Completes it to Perry. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. He's on his way. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Groupie for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here is third and quite a ways. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 96 yards. And the Chargers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Mariota going to change the play.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
It's 4th down.
They run. It's Kamara. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Ready?
Here's Mariota. Option left. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Camaro with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And they're going to go for it here on the fourth down try. Mariota's going to stay out there.
Steal. Check steal. Set.
Now Mariota. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 38. Pickett. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Buying time to his left. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw, Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. Again, it's Harris trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. They run for it with Harris, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point forthcoming. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's quickly to Atwell on the slant. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Isaiah Foskey able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Talk about two sides of the ball across purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. Under pressure, they got him again. Brian Brzee able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working and keep it going.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Off play action. Pickett. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Throwing here, Mariota. Targeting Kamara, and Kamara's got it on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At the 43-yard line.
Red, cycle. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Saints, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.